Welcome to the Trying to Be Better podcast with Joel and Steve.
Yay, we're recording.
I was trying to finish my protein bar before you started recording because I had called myself out a few episodes ago that I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy that just shoves food in his mouth.
Yeah, you sure are. Oh, baby.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Trying to Be Better podcast with Joel and Steve. My name is Joel.
Hi. Yeah, and I'm Steve.
And I feel like I didn't even listen to it, but I feel like I need to. I think we got through it, but I was like, the last time we recorded, I got a little defensive, and I just wanted to apologize publicly.
Well, I appreciate that, and I was actually thinking the same thing, which is that I was going to apologize to you publicly because I was being kind of a dick. So
that's friendship, y'all.
That's right.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you a lot, and I value your friendship, and I feel like, it's one of those things when you start giving your friends shit, sometimes you cross the line.
Yeah.
And somebody's feelings actually get hurt.
And and this is like, we're diving into the realness, but I'm like really grateful that I was able to kind of state that, like, it's a safe friendship, right? Like it's right. Not like, if you get, if I ever get to that line with you, I hope you're like, hey, dude, pause for,
dude,
today's not the day.
Right. Yeah. And sometimes that's just it though. It's like, not today, man.
Not today, man.
Any other day, I'd, just flip it right back at you. Right. Today I'm feeling vulnerable and sad.
Exactly.
But I can't, it's just too much.
Well, I appreciate and I receive your feelings too. Like that. Yeah. Like I
do we need to hold space for our mutual feelings?
Let's hold a big ball of space.
Big ball of space.
Holding space.
We're holding
space for each other's space and each other's feelings. Yeah, I was definitely feeling defensive, and you were feeling offensive, and it was like,
right.
It was like, ooh, this is a powder keg, But that's So hey, we're fine, everybody. No, I've still not gotten a good, decent mic. I've picked one out. I know which one I'm going to get, but Steve and I are good.
Oh, well, that's exciting.
Steve and I are good.
Yeah, we're good. That's what's important, really. The technical stuff is whatever.
It's just window dressing.
Yeah. The core is solid.
Yes, it is. Good bones.
That's
we
nice.
have good bones.
It's got good
this
bones.
Old house,
got a good foundation.
This old house got good bones.
That's right. Slaps the fender. You put a lot of miles on this baby.
You can get a lot of dead shows out of this car.
That's right. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Are you having any FOMO with the Sphere stuff?
No.
Oh, good.
I know a bunch of people that have gone and are going, but I really don't. I'm glad that it's happening. I'm sure it's amazing, but frankly, I just have other things I want to spend the money on.
Yeah.
So.
There's a lot of money that.
Besides that, the Eagles are playing there, so maybe I'll check that out.
Yeah, I feel like that's the show to be at, really.
Right, 100%.
If anybody's going to bring the ruckus and the visuals, it's the fucking Eagles, man.
It's the Eagles, absolutely. Life in the fast lane. Truly make you lose your mind.
Boy.
You could only hope so, really.
Boy.
I wonder if the graphics will be for Peaceful, Easy Feeling.
Well, geez, I wonder what they could be. Or Desperado.
I don't know.
It'll just be
that's a good song, man.
Song.
Breaking the Eagles' balls a little bit, but you don't have that kind of longevity without having some good tunes.
Yeah. That's how I feel about, like, I don't think anybody takes shots at Billy Joel, but I really like the long game of Billy Joel, and his fucking pop music prowess is unfucking
pretty
real.
Amazing.
The guy.
It is. I love Billy Joel. He kind of did a dick thing in the 90s, where he unceremoniously fired all of his band that had been with him forever.
Oh, really? I guess I didn't know that.
Yeah, he got kind of he kind of got, I would say, maybe big for his britches. Well, when you start dating Christy Brinkley, that may go to your head.
Yeah, maybe.
You know. But yeah, that's kind of a well documented situation. Where I don't remember what album it was, but he basically just ditched his longtime bet Liberty DeVito and all those guys. He's just like, I'm out. You guys can, sorry, pack sand or whatever. You can do whatever you want, but it's not going to be with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like Springsteen firing the E Street Band or something.
It kind of is very similar. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, but that aside, yes, Billy Joel has written some pretty fucking great songs.
For sure.
I
was,
and remember, he didn't start the fire, so
it was always
he did
burning.
not. Always since the world's been turning.
I was watching a couple of videos of our mutual pal Chris Meek, who was at the J-Rad show, and he went down once and then he went back again, and I was like, I was like, man, that looks kind of cool.
Oh, I'm sure it's amazing,
but
it does look amazing. Like, I've watched the videos; it looks fucking incredible. And my hat's off to him. If you can't, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And there was that picture of Bobby Weir in the crowd at one of the U2 shows with that look on his face, like, oh,
can't wait to get my hands on this shit.
Pretty much, And I was like, well, that's gonna happen. Like, as soon as I saw that picture, I'm like, okay, there's gonna be a dead residency.
Yeah. Call Johnny Salami and have him pull out the checkbook, baby. Let's do this.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, they're making so much fucking
a lot of money.
They're making just millions and millions and millions of dollars off of this residency.
Good for them.
Exactly. Like, why the hell not?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with that. I mean, that all goes back to, Garcia said it multiple times over the years, like, fuck them if they can't take a joke. We've been trying to sell out our entire careers. We just haven't been successful.
What was the interview? It was like, I don't know, probably early 90s. Somebody was just straight up asking him, do you think that commercialism has ruined the dead? And he's like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, has success ruined the dead?
Success. That's it.
Has success ruined the dead? He's like, yep. And then the follow-up to that, Weir said, somebody asked, like, well, how so? And Weir said, well, when you're eating those, when you're eating pistachios and you run into one that's kind of hard to open, I don't open it anymore.
That's it. That's how you know.
Yeah. Like, nah, I don't need to open that one. I'm just gonna throw it away. How bougie. Yeah. I played a show last night.
How'd it go, man? I'm sorry I didn't make it.
Yeah, fuck you. Dave came down.
Dave came down?
Dude, you're in a long list of people like, yeah, man, totally gonna be there. And you see him the next day, like, nah, sorry, I didn't. Like, yeah, it's fine. We don't expect people to come ever.
Yeah. Okay.
But Dave showed up like late and he left, like, he wasn't there very long. And I didn't get a chance to talk to him because he like came in as we were starting to play and left before we finished.
Right.
Like the third set.
Right.
But yeah, it was good to see him. Sent a nice video.
Was it did you guys get any of that Zoo Fest runoff or what?
No, well, it was a very strange night just because, like, there was a pretty severe thunderstorm for not very long, but enough that Zoo Fest had to call it. And for those of you that don't know what that is, there's a bar in Lincoln called the Zoo Bar, which for 51 years has been kind of the it's a blues club is what it is, but they also have other bands and nightly music, and the place is legendary. It's a how do I want to phrase this? Kind of a shithole, but it's a delightful shithole. It's a delightful
shithole where the sheen of stickiness on the floor is exactly the right level of stickiness that you want. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm flipping the Zoo Bar some shit, but it's loving, good-natured shit. I love it there, and the people are all very nice. And it's a legendary establishment, and so they have an annual Zoo Bar Fest thing where they close off some streets in downtown and put up a big stage and have bands and shit. And that all got rained out last night.
So they called the whole thing. I mean, yeah, that was a pretty big squall that came through. That was like a deluge.
Lightning, and So what they did was, so we were playing like basically around the corner from that at Bodegas Alley, the newly reopened Bodegas Alley, and I mean, we got there and it was like you could just tell like this is going to be a thin night because it like while we were setting up, it was just torrential downpour and like that, you know, whatever. So anyway, we're like, well, whatever, we'll play and it'll be fun, whatever. And I just got self-conscious because one of our younger listener base said, "Yeah, when we listen to your podcast, we put it on 3 times speed because you say a lot."
Oh, well,
like yeah, well, here's the thing. So I did anyway.
Fuck that.
Exactly, but yeah, that it's not going to get you on the podcast. I'm just telling you that right now.
That's a demerit.
That's right. It's a demerit. But anyway, so like the outside thing folded, but a couple of the bands, one band left, just like hit the road, and a couple other bands played in the zoo bar. So that's cool. Nice. They just let people go in. Yeah, it's great. And we actually had like there wasn't a ton of people, but the people that were there were having a good time.
Right on.
And it was fun, and we had a good time. We did a double encore, which we never do. Like, we don't do encores, but we did a double encore just because, like, some people paid to come in, including Dave, like, at the beginning of the third set. And I was kind of trying to tell the door guy, like, don't chart, like, it's fucking midnight. Right. Don't, you know, whatever. So I wanted to give them the money's worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, give them a show, right? And so that was fun, and we played for 4 hours. But, you know, for the people that were paying the $10 or whatever at midnight, I wasn't a big fan of that, but whatever. It's fine, whatever. Everybody had a good time, and I feel like we, I don't know, reestablished ourselves a little bit at Bodegas.
Yeah, what's it?
Like we blew the roof off.
Did they make it? Did they make any structural changes in there since they reopened?
No. They made some improvements on the stage and basically deep cleaned the joint and put up some new lights.
Right on.
It feels the same. On. Yeah. It's Bodegas 2.0. So yeah, I mean, it was cool. The bartender, her name is Odd. Shout out to Odd. She was great. Treated us nice. And yeah, it's all new people, but I had a good time.
Nice.
I like it there.
Right on. Right on.
But yeah, I got home at whatever 2:00, and then I got up this morning because I was scheduled to speak at one of the secret meetings.
Yeah, I missed that too. It's a double. Yeah, thanks, dude. It's a double. I'm coming in here. I'm coming in with my tail between my legs on this podcast for you, Steve.
It's fine. You know what, Joel? You're here, and this is the important thing.
This is really what matters. Is that
That's what I'm saying.
Because both of those things were you doing things, and I didn't really get to participate. So I'm going to show up if I get to say something.
Of course. That's how it works.
My ego is on full display.
I love that. Yeah, so that went pretty good. Yeah. I told like I was, I got up to the podium. I'm like, I got home 8 hours ago and and I didn't really sleep. And this is my first cup of coffee, so I'll be here shortly.
I'll be here in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to talk until I get there.
That's what I'm saying. That's right. It went fine. Same as it ever was. It was good.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, in fact, the lady that asked me to speak, we have only known each other on Zoom.
Oh, that's cool. That's wild.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm not going to name names, but it was like I've been going to, I do a thing on Mondays and Fridays, and she does one on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and so I've been going to that meeting on Zoom for years now, and we've never met in person.
Like
so that was
4 years. Cool. It's like
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What have you been up to?
I've been good. I kind of mentioned this last time, but I kind of stuck with it, which has been pretty cool. Past guest Mary Stankiewicz has had, speaking of Zoom and finding connection with people over Zoom. She's it was early, March or April of the pandemic, 2020. She started a morning Zoom guided meditation, right? At 7 a.m. Pacific time. So it's 9 a.m. here. And she's been doing it every day since then. Wow. Every fucking day.
Wow.
I think there's
amazing.
been times where she's gone on retreat, and I don't know if she's kept up with it then. I doubt it. But when she's not on retreat, she's been doing that every morning. So I'm
How long does that last?
It's a half hour. So she does a little welcome hi, and then she kind of says like, this is kind of the intention, and then you sit for 30 minutes, and then everybody goes. And I've been trying.
I love that.
I've been trying to do that more days than not throughout the week for the last month or so. I had a nice conversation with her, and she gave me some ideas, and that was one thing I'm like, I can commit to that. And it's like I've been craving just a little bit more. It was kind of a shit or get off the pot with meditation for me. It was like I'm kind of like farting along with like 10-15 minutes, and now's the time to like deepen it, or not like deepen it or not. It's like, but I'm not. I feel the call to grow a little bit more, and it's not gonna like, I can't really kind of kickstart that for myself. So I talked to her, and she's like, well, here's some things you can do. It was like, basically, you know what to do, but I'm going to give you permit. You just need me to say it. You know, like when you talk to a sponsor, it's like, you know what to do. You just needed me to.
Right. I guess I can tell you to do it.
Yeah. It's like, so, and that's like, this is not to like, it is kind of to toot my hooter, but not like I know Mary's been on.
To your hooter, dude.
It's been really great. Like I noticed a significant difference in there's a small gap in my reaction time. Because I've been noticing that. Like I've been noticing that.
But I appreciate that. I hear what you're saying. That's real. Yeah. That's a big deal.
Huge. Because I've been noticed I can have a little bit of I don't know, an exposed wire sometimes. And if
I weirdly have no idea what you're talking about.
and Kirsten pointed it out, and I was like, fuck, dude, like that's the wrong direction I want to head. You know what I mean? Like, this is the wrong direction. I'm going in the wrong direction.
You're really hitting one of my exposed wires right now.
What's that?
Well, like I have been like you're right on time with what you're talking about, because I've been pretty my response time has been pretty immediate in some circumstances recently, and it hasn't always been great. And I have all kinds of reasons why, but like the reality of the situation is that I need to own my shit and take care of myself so that I can, have that response time and respond to situations wisely.
Yeah.
And compassionately, and
But that's the thing. Like I appreciate you saying that, and I see that, because that's where I can go too. And what I found is that like it's the same as it ever was, right? It's not new information, but like me saying, okay, I noticed that thing I need to shift or change. I'm going to put my helmet on and drive my head into it, and that's going to fix it. That makes it fucking worse.
I have done that. I have done that and had that result recently.
Like, I'm going to fix this thing.
There's a situation here that I think needs to be resolved. So I'm going to resolve it.
My dog is losing her mind. There's a squirrel in the backyard. I bet she's got to go.
Oh, you better go get her. Get it, Maven.
We went on a 2-mile walk, and then she always has to come home and like make sure her backyard is still intact.
She's a good dog. She's a good girl.
So it didn't work. Like you, barreling into the issue didn't fix it.
Nope, did not. May have hurt some feelings.
Yep. Yeah.
And so that's still weirdly, still maybe we should just leave the name Trying to Be Better.
Yeah. Full circle to that. We should not.
Right. Maybe Joel and Steve don't give a damn.
Joel
and Steve stop trying to be better.
Joel and Steve ghost ride their lives off a cliff.
Right. What's the male equivalent of Thelma and Louise? Oh, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Exactly. Yeah.
There you go.
I just
God, I need to watch that movie again. Anyway,
but it's like the results of it, like the fruits of it. I don't even know what it could be. Committing to some good thing. I think that it just results in some feeling of like the world isn't at you, it's with you. And if you
Right. And you're with
and
it.
you're with it, and if you take that's all I needed to do, right? It's not like
Right.
I'm so great. It's like, oh, I needed to do this dumb thing. I tell everybody I do anyway. And I
Right.
have, and so that if I just do a little bit more of that, I might get some ownership of my reaction to life. And that's what I'm noticing right now. I'll continue to update folks on how great I am at that, but I just know
Yeah, you
like
will.
that silly little action of like, I'm just going to do this as often as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed this morning because I got up with
Mm-hmm.
Maven at like 5 and went back to sleep, and I kind of missed it. So then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to sit for the same amount of time. And I'm like, okay, like there's something here. Like there's a version of me that would skip that, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stay serene on the fruits of yesterday's action.
Well, of course.
So I invite you to come. I know that 9 a.m. might be weird with your work schedule. You probably are already at
Yeah,
work.
I can't. I'm already at work. Yeah, I would love to, and give Mary my regards. But yeah, reminds me, I need to send her a couple bucks.
Yeah, I need to.
I do that monthly, basically.
So
if I can.
anybody that's interested, it's undefendeddharma.org, I believe. Just
Yeah.
Google Mary Stancavage, and you can
Yeah,
find all
she's
her links.
awesome.
She does a Thursday night like Dharma talk and sit, and then she does her
Mhm.
morning Zoom. She's also open for one-on-one sessions. So if you're interested, I really think that Mary is awesome.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Well, I'm surprised we made it like 20 minutes and we haven't brought up the fall of our democracy, but I feel like we've covered that before in many ways.
Well, yeah, that's a tough one. I was thinking about that, well, obsessively for a few weeks now, and a couple weeks, and you know what I think? Like, we've been warned.
Yeah.
We've been warned. Noam Chomsky's been talking about this since the early 90s. You can't anymore just go shoot people. So you have to manufacture consent.
Yeah.
You have to manufacture consent. And fortunately, we have, some really big media companies in this country that are very happy to do that.
Yeah, man.
And so, yeah. So we now no longer live we haven't really lived in a democracy for a long time, but it's whatever we have now is not that.
Yeah, it's so.
And it was really tough. It was really tough on the 4th of July to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
It was very difficult to have some sort of "Yay, America" fireworks celebration because the Supreme Court of the United States just ruled that the president can do whatever the fuck he wants, which guts our checks and balances, which have been fragile for a long time.
Sure,
but
the clear statement to the rest of the world that we are that the game that certain political parties have been playing to do that, to get rid of things that they, for whatever reason, disagree with, but to give profits, but to give the executive branch immunity. And then right before the 4th, it's just like the cognitive dissonance is so loud.
It was such a giant, huge middle finger.
It was so hard. I mean, it's just like, but on the other side of things, like the 1-2 punch of the media's clickbait. I think it really is a lot of clickbait. The what should we do with the Democratic candidate? Like what needs to happen? I think that all of that. I mean,
it's window dressing. It's just more FUD. It's just obfuscation and
and I have my own opinions of that, but it's like at the end of the day, that doesn't really, like, what we're up against is important, but I'm just like,
it's like it's a matter of delaying the inevitable.
Right.
The fix has been in for a long time. The fix has been in since Citizens United. That was effectively a coup of our government. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, but back to manufacturing consent and the fact it's just going to take a little while. They can't just flip the switch overnight, but they will in November or January. The switch will get flipped. There will be no more elections. If they are, they'll be shams, just like in some other nations. Liberals will get killed with impunity.
Because because they're, as an official action of the White House, anybody who disagrees with what this policy is as an official act needs to be
jail,
incarcerated.
Mm-hmm. Just like, well, like in the land of the free. Yeah, but I mean, like that's now the reality that we're facing, and that it's not some abstract Kurt Vonnegut science fiction Matrix thing. It's actually happening.
Yep. And we're also confused, right? Like
I'm not confused.
I know, but I mean, just in general, like I'm not confused either. But we're also we've just had in the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, I know the long game of everything, but the actual current events of the last 5 years have been such an etch-a-sketch shakeup that we're all like, well, I mean, we've just been surviving for the last 3 out of 4 years, really. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, well, I guess we just are grateful for whatever morsel of comfort we have until, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been in that situation before personally, and it sucks.
Yeah. Right. It sucks. You know what I mean? And it's like,
it sucks.
There needs to be some sort of exodus. You need to leave that. You need to make a brash. You need to do a brash thing. I don't know what that is, but I think that something's got to give.
Well, again, yeah, but and Joel, we've talked about this. Can people still go to Olive Garden and watch football?
I know. But
if the answer is yes, nothing's going to happen.
I know.
Like it's literally like I look at the weather events happening in Florida and Texas and on the East Coast. And I'm like, this is what you voted for. Yeah. You asked for this. I have no sympathy for that situation. I have empathy, but I don't have any sympathy. You literally have voted for this to happen for decades now.
Yeah. A knife in the back and more of the same.
100%. Exactly. Yeah. It's like oh no. More flooding.
This is weird.
Yeah, exactly. Gosh, if only there was something we could have done to prevent this.
Boy, weather's real weird. It's really weird.
Weather's real weird.
This is unprecedented.
Yeah.
Flooding.
It is unprecedented. We're having 1,000-year storms like every other month.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's so strange. I wonder why that's happening. I hope this just ends soon. Oh, it will. It's gonna. Isn't that fun?
I mean, that sort of gallows humor, though, that sort of laughter, that sort of like throwing up our hands. I mean, like, the train is full speed left the station.
Full speed. It's like that movie. Have you ever seen the movie Runaway Train with John Voight?
A long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Watch it again. It's great. It's got Eric Dolphy. Is that his name? Whatever. It's great. It's actually not, but it is. It's good. But yeah, that train has left the station.
So what do we do?
Meditate.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
All we can do is take care of ourselves. That's it.
And each other. Right. I think that that's to be said. Like there's climate is going to break down. It's all about just enjoy, it.
Well, and you can't see, I work right by a giant cornfield, which corn is pretty important to our food supply. So is diesel. Like grocery stores, like the traditional Hy-Vee, whatever grocery store, Ralph's, Kroger, Albertsons,
Bonds.
Pick your, Piggly Wiggly, pick your 100%, 2 to 3 day supply.
Oh yeah, right.
Like we're always on the verge of not having a reliable food supply. Yeah. We take it for granted because it does kind of work, but we learned during COVID, it gets pretty short pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when I'm just wondering what the answer is when our food supply starts collapsing. Given the fact that species are dying off right and left, bees not so much. They're kind of important. You know, I mean, the whole thing is literally collapsing in real time. So that's, I mean, like, okay, so there's that too. I think I'm just going to start stocking. Today's episode is brought to you by Huel, the future of food. And that may be actually true. I don't know. I think they probably need something natural to make Huel, but
well, they say it's all plant,
I think
made derived.
All plant-based, right? Well, whatever. I'm just going to start buying an extra bag every time, and I'm just going to start stockpiling that.
I'm going to go to working at Cabela's and just get the bucket of pasta food meals and just stock up in my, just like.
So that'll get us like what, a month?
I mean, people probably have some fucking bunkers, like give them a couple of years. You know what I mean? Like a fallout situation.
Right, the rich people do, and then the preppers.
Yeah, all we got to do is just stay close to a prepper.
Right.
And be willing to be a part of that. It's like, what can I offer this doomsday prepper friend of mine? And you know, in the end times, this is what I always envision. I'm like, okay, what are my skill set? And I'm like, I should really just buy a really nice jester uniform, because I feel like that's, you know what I mean? Like that's what you've got. That's what I've got.
You can bring a little joy to people as they're wandering the wasteland.
I can juggle.
Dude,
I can juggle.
Somebody who's having a bad day will shoot you.
Well,
I'm just saying.
At least until that day when I'm on the wall.
Right.
Like, at least you kind of get to eat.
No, I'm saying you'll just be out juggling and gesturing, and there'll be a couple people that are like, oh, this is kind of nice, and somebody's just going to be like, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah, but if you get in with a good system, like you're close to the king, right, then you can say some truth, and you also get fed the first scraps.
Look, dude, we've both read The Stand. We know how this plays out.
I was thinking of The Stand, yes, but also the God damn it, Station 11. Isn't that what it is?
I don't know what that is.
It's a great book. It's a book about weirdly enough, about a super flu that wipes out like 70% of the human population. And there's this like troupe of actors and musicians that travel around and survive because they're telling one of the lead guy was like playing King Lear, which is lovely. So they kind of reimagine King Lear and then go from like community to community performing, and they finally find like a home and they figure it out. But that gave me some hope. I'm like, in the end times, maybe my services will be useful. But I keep saying, I'm like, I just need to get on Amazon right now and get a really good jester costume with the hat with the bell.
Yeah, the bells, definitely. Yeah.
I feel like that's what I can offer.
Get some glow sticks too or something so you can have a little pizzazz.
Yeah, a little razzle dazzle.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I need to bring joy to the masses, the starving, huddled masses.
But back to your earlier point. I mean, that is the thing we can sit and breathe and prepare ourselves and find calm space within. That is
and start stockpiling weapons, I think.
But you can't, like, that's the thing. Like, I can't sit and try to cultivate peace and compassion while also taking actions towards violence outside. Those two things in my mind are inextricably linked. That if I'm seeking peace within, then I'm really trying to seek peace without. I can't stand the like co-opting of meditation for like the US Army or for, billion-dollar companies to try to make more or kill more. I just feel like that's a really, really weird dichotomy.
It is. Tucker Carlson proclaims to be a deadhead, so go figure.
What would you do if you saw him at a show like you were seated next? You'd punch him, wouldn't you?
Right in the fucking face. I'd punch him right in the fucking face.
Yep.
And then I'd kick him. And then I'd kick him again.
Yeah. And then I'd have to drag you out, and we'd have to run from the cops.
Yeah.
You would do that. I'd believe that.
I feel like at this time that's the appropriate action.
You're just dancing with somebody. Look, it's like, oh shit, that's Tucker Carlson.
Wow.
Oh man. Yeah.
put him in a chokehold, bite his ear off, spit it up in the air, you know.
Oh man.
And then laugh maniacally as he's bleeding. That's what you did to my ears, you fuck. I'm compassionate and peaceful.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Gosh, I get it. I totally get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like that would be the appropriate course of action.
I mean, it's not inappropriate. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like, at some point, like...
Hey, man, somebody's got to take a stand. This aggression will not stand.
This aggression will not stand.
We want the money, Lebowski.
Man,
there isn't any...
Hey, I watched Smokey and the Bandit front to back yesterday.
Good. That made me so happy. So what'd you think?
Okay. I have some actual...
I want your honest professional theater professor opinion on the movie, on the 1978 classic film Smokey and the Bandit.
Okay. There's a lot of different directions I can go. One, those stunts are no fucking joke.
Right?
Those are real stunts. Those are not CGI stunts.
Not CGI.
The stunt where
no.
when Buford Justice slides underneath that fucking 18-wheeler and the top comes off, and then a real human being sits up. I'm like,
sticks out.
I rewound that like 3 times. I was like, Kirsten, that's a real stunt.
Well,
somebody really did
do you
that.
know the director Hal Needham was a stuntman?
That totally tracks.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the movie, was Hal Needham getting to do cool stuff.
Burt Reynolds is not an eyesore by any stretch, right?
No, he's a very handsome man.
And Sally Field just sitting in a fucking Pontiac, fucking Trans Am.
Sally Field, not an eyesore either. Nope. She's cute as shit.
Nope. And they did great. Mm-hmm. Jackie Gleason.
And there was actual chemistry. I think they might have been actually dating during that time.
Dude, how do you not? Look at those. I mean, that's the picture of the human race, that even though they're white, let's not. Okay, I'm going to stop there.
Okay. Back to Smokey and the Bandit.
Jackie Gleason. That could be his best performance ever. Agreed. And that motherfucker was on the honeymoon, like, defined shit. Yeah.
He defined comedy.
He is so fucking good in that.
Uh-huh. Agreed.
He steals every time he's on. I'm like, I want a Buford T. Justice movie.
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
God, he's good. And they just let him be him, right? Because everything else, I mean, not that everything else is subdued. Everything else is bananas. But his choices to be that over the top works so well. But it's not campy. I mean, it is campy, but it's not. It's not believable. Though. Like, that's he embodies the insane sheriff in a small southern town that wants his son to marry the pretty girl, and you know what I mean? He's like the like unhinged king, right? And he's
right. Oh good. Yeah.
Also,
yeah. But Daddy, the top came off.
Who's gonna hold your hat? It's just, all of those shots of them just racing down the highway with him holding his hat on.
Right.
Okay, this is like, I don't know why I'm like, okay, 1977. I was like, I remember seeing it, and I remember seeing a large, diverse group of people, and I remember thinking, gosh, there's probably some racism in there, and there is.
Some of that hasn't.
The one thing that hasn't aged well is on the foil of the bad guy, though, because 100%. Jackie Gleason's like, after he meets the black sheriff in the next county or the next state.
Yeah,
he's like,
imagine you sounded taller on the radio.
Or what's the world coming to? But it's like, the amount of diverse people that are rooting for Bandit to get at it's anti-cop, which I love. The whole movie is anti-cop, and it's like the black cops, the black folks, the elderly woman that like roots for Bandit, the young woman that roots for Bandit, the random everybody like there's a diverse group of people rooting for Bandit to beat the cops, which I think it's like, for 1977, that was pretty.
It's pretty
It was really progressive for 1977. So, 5 out of 5.
Hats
5
off.
out of 5.
I watch that movie once a year. It's so good.
Westbound and Down.
It's kind of, now that it's on Netflix, that's right. That's my theme song, you know. We're going to do what they say can't be done.
There's beer in Texarkana.
That's right. If the Steve Urbar band ever rides, that will be a set closer.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great, man. I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. Yeah, it makes me happy.
Now I got to watch I got to watch all the Cannonball Run movies or something.
No, you don't. Yeah, the first one, which is not as good as Smokey and the Bandit.
In my mind, I saw both of those as a kid, so they're both kind of in the same world.
They are. When you watch Cannonball Run as an adult and you like actually know some of the actors in it and the cameos and all that, it's good. I know you got to go, don't you?
I got to go soon. I'm going to go to visit a dude.
You're going to go visit a dude? Okay.
Sorry, you saw me checking my watch. I didn't mean to do that so
I did.
early.
It's fine. It's fine. I know we're kind of bumping up against time, but you start talking about Smokey and the Bandit and everything
it's so good. There's sequels to that, so good. Right?
Yeah, they're terrible. They really? They're good. They're bad. Yeah, they're bad. How about Paul Williams? Your mama is.
He was great.
Why don't you say something? Yeah. I have a feeling he wasn't sober then.
I doubt it. I also, and this is a total shot out of love at you. I was watching. I'm like, okay, Steve loves this movie. This is why Steve drives the way he drives.
100%, dude.
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Like when Bandit's pulling out of the choke and puke.
Go. Yeah, choke and puke. Yeah. That was my modeling for how you drive.
It makes total sense now.
See? In my head, I have that hat on.
I get okay. How does that hat stay on? Even in the stunts, like they must have that just locked on his head, man.
They've got a strap or something.
Because he only takes it off for one thing.
That's right. That's cheesy. That's a cheesy line.
Totally cheesy.
That's a little cringy.
It's cringy.
It's a little cringy.
But that's cringy. Who he, you know. I didn't think it was bad. I thought they could have gotten a joke out of that. You know, like I only take it off.
Like if she would have said something. Sally Field could have.
Like I only take it off for one thing, and she's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Showering." You know, like he leaves it on during sex, right?
Yeah.
It's like that would have been
showering.
Yeah, when I'm in the bathtub,
scrubbing my bunions.
Oh my God.
All right. On that note,
that is the podcast.
That is the podcast. I'm glad that we, were able to heal our rift. And
I love you.
I love you too. And we're gonna move on and do more podcasting and maybe hang out sometime.
Yeah, let's do another pool day.
That'd be good. I'm hip. I'm hip.
All right, man.
Have
a good summer.
Later. Yeah.
Walk me out in the morning dew, my honey. Walk me out in the morning dew today. You out in the morning dew. I can walk you out in the morning dew. Guess it doesn't matter anyway. Guess it doesn't matter anyway.
Don't forget, toot your hooter.